matter what. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a really exciting one because it's going to be my first monthly reset. I'm going to be sharing with you my brand new Notion setup. So I'm going to be revamping everything that I had in Notion, and it's all going to be brand new. I'm also going to be doing some cleaning since my space definitely needs a reset as well. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Janelle. I'm 29 years old and I'm finishing up my bachelor's degree in computer science. I live with my boyfriend and our 2 cats, and I just love sharing my personal growth journey. So if that's something that you'd like to see, definitely consider subscribing. I've broken up this video into 3 parts. So part 1 is going to be cleaning. Part 2 is going to be my old setup, which involves some reflection on that. And then part 3 is going to be my actual June plan. It looks so good and I'm very excited to share it with you. I've already filmed it, but yeah, stay tuned for that because it's very nice and also very simple to navigate, which I think is also important. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the monthly reset. So this is what I'm dealing with today. Here is the bedroom. I'm honestly so embarrassed that I let it get this bad. And not only that, I let it stay this bad for this long. I bet the cats hate it too. They don't like it when it's messy. When you're a cat, you like things to be clean. I mean, I'm not a cat, but I feel like they tend to have a happier life when everything's all clean. By the way, this is a toy of hers. So this tends to stay out like all day because it's literally her favorite toy. I think it's a string from a hoodie, but she loves this thing. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Okay, anyway, I may not be the cleanest person, but I know when my house is messy, I cannot concentrate on anything. So first things first, we definitely need to clean up this house, or at least get started on cleaning everything up. Because honestly, when you're doing a life reset, I feel like you need to reset your environment first. I took the day off from school today. Was that a good idea or was it not? We'll find out. Depends on how much stuff I get done today. But yeah, I really want to clean this house. We definitely need a game plan for this because I don't want to get sidetracked with anything. I want to be as efficient as possible with doing this. So I'm gonna make a list and I'm gonna pop it up on the screen for you. And then as I go around cleaning everything, I'm gonna check off the stuff on this list. And then while I do this, I'm gonna put up a cleaning video or something to play in the background while I clean the apartment. And yeah, let's see how long this takes. I feel like I should time myself too so that I don't take too long with doing certain tasks, because I do tend to take my time without even realizing it. So I'm gonna make a list, set a timer, and put something on in the background to motivate me. Okay, I got this. have finished with the cleaning aspect of this video. I did all the rest of the things off camera, and the reason why I did that was because I didn't want the cleaning aspect of this video to take that long, but I still wanted to include the cleaning aspect because I feel like when I have a messy environment, my brain just cannot function, especially when it comes to planning. So that needed to get done because yeah, now I feel so much better. I feel refreshed going into the planning aspect. But before I get into my June plan and all my goals for June, I really wanted to show you what I had before because a lot is going to be changing. And also this is the first like plan with me, reset with me video. So I feel like I should give you some context into what we're gonna get ourselves into. So this is what my Notion looks like, and if you're not familiar with the 12-week year, I feel like this is gonna seem a little bit weird. I've been following the 12-week year format of planning, which is basically where you plan out the next 12 weeks as if it were going to be a year. So every week is a month, and apparently like it's supposed to shift your mindset into goal setting, and it kind of makes you make more progress on your goals. But I feel like I haven't been using it correctly. I read the book. It's a book, by the way. I should have mentioned that in the first place, but it's a book and I read it, and it says that you should be doing all the things that are mentioned in the book in order to have a successful 12-week year. But since I'm in school right now, I find it very hard to stick with this format of achieving goals. And yeah, it's just kind of hard for me right now. But just to give you a quick rundown of my 12-week year, basically I have my 1-year goal, which is my actual 1-year goal, like in 12 months. And then I have my 12-week goal, which is these goals right here. And I still have these same goals, but I feel like I'm just not doing a good job of making progress on them. So my first goal was to get straight A's in school. And the way that I plan to do this was to make flashcards after class, study flashcards every day, and practice Blender every day. Blender is a 3D modeling program, 3D modeling and animation program that people use to make the assets for a video game. I probably am not explaining that correctly, but basically making 3D objects. Currently, I'm in a video game class. It's basically a class where for the entire quarter, you just make a video game. And I'm in a team with other people and we're all making this video game together. But I'm the one who is making all of the 3D assets and the artwork for it. So yeah, it's a really fun class and I'm super happy to be a part of it. Honestly, I really want to get more into game dev, so maybe that'll be a goal for next month, but we'll see. My second goal was to get a job, and my first strategy was to do daily LeetCode problems. LeetCode is a website that has all these coding problems that people can use to practice for technical interviews. So I wanted to do LeetCode problems every single day so that I can familiarize myself with more coding problems and just be better about doing the coding interviews and feel more confident about doing those interviews. My second strategy was to apply for 2 jobs a week. And then my third strategy was to follow up with employers. And then my last goal was to film and upload 10 vlogs. My first strategy for this goal was to plan my vlogs ahead of time. My second strategy was to batch edit, so basically editing all of my videos all in one go. And then my third strategy was to journal every day. I wrote this down because I felt like in order to make better vlogs, I needed to be more in touch with myself and more in tune with myself. I feel like at first when you make videos, it's really hard to show your personality, and I want to show as much of my personality as I can on video. I just think it's gonna be really hard to do that. So I really want to work on showing my personality a lot more through journaling and like being more aware of the way that I am. I hope that's a good explanation. After this is basically my scorecards, which is pretty self-explanatory. They help me to keep track of how much progress that I make on all the habits that I set out to do. And I'll get into all of the habits and the progress that I've made on all of these habits, but you can clearly see like how good I've been doing on all of these. First habit was making a video. I wanted to film and upload 10 videos, but I didn't get to that until like week 5. Currently we're on week 7 and I'm on track to finishing this video for this week. Next habit here is obviously studying. If I wanted to get straight A's in school, I would have to study every single day and not cram at the last minute. It's just more sustainable to study at least a little bit. For some reason I didn't update week 6. No, actually I don't think I actually studied during week 6. Next habit was Blender. As I said before, it's the 3D modeling website. I haven't been as good at updating this habit, but since the Blender 3D models are essentially assignments for this class, I don't think this is as important because as long as I get the 3D models finished, that's all that matters. Next is job applications, and this is correct. I have not been doing any job applications at all. I have updated my LinkedIn and I have updated my resume, so I'm feeling pretty good about this upcoming month. Next habit is LeetCode, and at first I did do some LeetCode problems, but after that I definitely did not do any LeetCode problems. Editing, I've been doing a really good job of editing lately in these past couple of weeks, especially since I started a morning routine, which by the way, if you haven't seen that video, it's the previous video to this one. So if you haven't watched that yet, please go watch it. I started a new morning routine in which I journaled for a little bit and also started editing my videos in the morning just to give myself a little bit of me time in the morning. I think that has been helping me so much with this channel because I think the most important thing to me at this point is to just be consistent so that I can build up my skills in YouTube. So yeah, editing has been doing pretty good so far. Last thing is journaling, and same thing as before. I started my morning routine and on top of editing, I'm also journaling, so this is also pretty good. So that's how my scorecard looks like, and I also have the weekly scorecards, which helps me to keep track of this full scorecard. For example, in week 1, I had 28.5, 28.6 on studying, and so I just input 28.6 on studying, and so on and so forth for all of the rest of the weeks. So I know that I went over all of this with you, but I don't think that it's working out. And I feel like the reason for this is because I was too busy at school and I didn't really have time to check in weekly for this. So I honestly think planning every month is probably gonna be a lot better, like having a whole monthly plan. And I'm probably gonna set it all up off camera because I can concentrate better and I can focus better on what I actually need to include and like making it look all nice and stuff for you. But I still felt the need to go over all of this because it definitely gives some context into how I've been setting my goals. The main goal for the past few years has basically been to do well in school, and now that I'm finishing up with school, I feel like I can open up more to other things. So yeah, I'm gonna set up my monthly goals and my new monthly setup, and I will check back in with you when I have that done. It's actually been a while. Not sure if I mentioned it, but I'm taking 17 units and it's getting close to the end of my quarter, so I have a lot of stuff to do at school and therefore I don't have that much time for YouTube right now, but I'm trying to stay consistent, so this video will come out on time. So I've almost completely changed my Notion by this point. Since I'm going with the new format, basically everything had to change, but I tried to make it as pretty as possible. I'm very excited to show it to you because it looks a lot prettier, and also I feel like I'm a lot better at speaking today. I feel like the last time that I checked in, it's not that I wasn't in a good mood, but I just wasn't ready to be talking. So because of that, I kind of had a hard time like explaining how my old Notion setup looked like, but it's not that important anyway, so I figured I would just leave it the way it is instead of re-recording it. But right now I'm currently standing. Last time I was sitting down, and I think that kind of affected the way that I was speaking. I'm definitely neurodivergent, so when it comes to filming, if I'm slightly uncomfortable or if I feel a certain way, it definitely shows in the video. But yeah, today I'm in a much better mood and I'm standing, so I feel like I have more attention. I really don't know how to describe it. But anyway, let's get into my monthly setup because I'm very excited to show it with you. So this is how the home looks like. I didn't mention this before, but the reason why I have a home page is because if I have everything in here, it's kind of hidden and I don't tend to go to this like sidebar. And honestly, if it's in this sidebar and I don't see it frequently, I will literally forget that the page exists. So I need a home page where I can visually see everything. So that's why I have a home page. And this is where I put my monthly setup, and I do plan to archive everything. I have made an archive page here so that I can go back on previous months. But yeah, I have my June 2023 monthly setup all in my homepage. So first thing you probably notice is that I changed the theme completely. I kind of had a dark theme. Well, not kinda. I definitely had a dark theme going on last time. And the reason why I switched to a dark theme is because it's much easier on the eyes. And as a computer science major, I'm on the computer on a daily basis, like for many, many hours. And so I switched to the dark theme so that it would be easier for me to look at. But at the same time, it wasn't like aesthetically pleasing. So I felt like I kind of didn't use Notion as much. So that's why I switched back to the light theme. And I think it looks way better. I'm basically doing like this wildflower theme. I don't know. I looked up calm when I tried to change the cover here. I found this picture and it looks really pretty. And I love the colors in this picture. So that's kind of the theme that I went for. I just changed the cover and then like went with it. One new thing is that I added this calendar just for me to get a quick glance at what day it is. As you can see, it's Tuesday of the week that you're watching this, so I'm kind of running behind on filming this, but I'll get it done no matter what. And by the way, if anything seems a little off center, it's because I have it zoomed in so that you can read it. If I have it zoomed out to like the normal size, it's very hard to read. I can't remember what's the normal size. But yeah, I have it zoomed in right now to make it easier for you to read. So now here's my June 2023 setup. I have my little wildflower theme going on still. And one thing about this is that I wanted to make this very, very simple. Like I said, I'm going to be graduating soon and it's reaching the end of my quarter. So I really do have a lot going on as far as school goes. So I really wanted to keep it simple and easy to navigate so that I'm not overwhelmed with things. It's pretty self-explanatory though. I have my monthly goals and I have important dates, which I feel like are the two most important things. And my monthly goals for this month aren't too crazy. I really want to meditate every day. I feel like I've been trying to prioritize my mental health lately. And I did recently download Headspace, which has guided meditations. So I've been doing that lately and I really feel like it's improving my life a little bit in a positive way. Yeah, I feel like I'm on social media so much and I'm constantly communicating with my team members and like everybody in school. So I feel like taking at least like 3 minutes every day to meditate has been really, really good for me. The next couple of things have to do with school. So I have my marketing project. I'm a part of a group of 7 and yeah, we just started the marketing project. So I really want to get that done and do a really good job of that as well. I don't like being that type of person that half-asses stuff, and whenever I reach a point where I've procrastinated too much, that's when I tend to not do so well. So I really want to be continuously working on these projects. And then obviously I want to finish the game that I'm making for my game class. I'm doing the animations and the 3D modeling, which involves a lot of things. And I'm honestly kind of getting overwhelmed with all the stuff that I have to do for my game class. So finishing my game will be a really huge monthly goal for me. The next monthly goal that I'm going to do is upload 4 videos, so 1 video per week in June. And I've already planned out what videos I want to do for June, but I haven't written the scripts yet, so I probably should get to doing that soon, especially since the next video should come out next week. But yeah, I want to stay consistent with uploading videos even though I'm going to be graduating and finishing school. And then lastly, I really want to get back into reading. Honestly, my reading habit has not been doing so well lately. I really love reading, but yeah, I've just been too busy. I've only finished 1 book in May and I finished it on the 1st of May. So yeah, May is looking like I'm not going to be finishing any book. It's not that I haven't been listening to anything that has been enriching my life lately. I've been listening to podcasts, but yeah, I just haven't been reading anything at all. Well, I definitely have been reading, but I just haven't found something interesting enough for me to finish, if that makes sense. So I want to show you this quote. Honestly, this quote seems kind of aggressive. It says, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent, by Eleanor Roosevelt. I decided to have this quote instead of something like more gentle and calm because I'm graduating from Eleanor Roosevelt College in my university, UC San Diego. So I figured since my college is named after Eleanor Roosevelt and I'm graduating, I figured I would have a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. Maybe there's a better one out there, but yeah, this one kind of resonated with me, so yeah, I decided to include it. And then on the left here, I have my habit tracker. This is my habit tracker for the whole month. And then I have hidden right here is my weekly habit tracker. So every week I'll have a habit tracker. The habits that I want to get into for this month is make a video and meditate, which I've already mentioned, and I've also mentioned reading. I want to maintain my habit of journaling as well. And I also want to study because finals are coming up and I definitely need to study. So the way that this works is very similar to how I had my 12-week year. Basically, every week I'm gonna check these off in the week, and then however many I have checked off, I'm gonna update it in the monthly habit tracker. So I'll just put 3 here and then it'll show a little ring. Oh wait, it's 3%. So I guess I could change this to percent checked and then it'll be 42.9. And then it'll show a ring right here. So yeah, it's gonna be the same as the way that I was doing it for my 12-week year, but everything will be hidden, and yeah, I'll have to fill it out whenever the time comes. So yeah, that's how my habit tracker is gonna work. Next, we have the books read in June, and I have some sample images here. These are the books that I read in previous months. It's gonna be filled out with different books, so yeah, these aren't the books that I'm reading for June. I've already read these, but I wanted to show you how it's gonna look whenever it's all filled out. I figured since I really want to incorporate reading back into my life, I could have a place where I could share, or like, what's the right word? Not promote, not share, but like highlight. That's the word. Highlight the books that I've read, and for it to be like a visual representation of all the books that I've read. Reading books in general is an accomplishment, I think, for most people, and I just want to get back into that feeling of accomplishment whenever I finish a book. By the way, last year, I don't think I mentioned this on the channel, but last year I finished 80 books, which was very, very difficult for me to do because that involved me reading books that I didn't really want to read. And this year I really wanted to focus on books that I actually like and that I actually want to read and that have meaning for me. So I lowered my goal down to 50 books, and I'm currently 10 books behind, I think. So yeah, I need to catch up over the summer whenever I finish school, but right now it's not a huge priority. Lastly, I have included here my little YouTube section. I already have a page here dedicated to YouTube at the top of the homepage, but I also wanted to include a quick glance at the YouTube videos that are upcoming and to show the progress that I'm making on some of these YouTube videos, just for me to be able to visually see. I'm definitely a visual person and I definitely forget if I can't see things. So yeah, I decided to put a little table here of all the YouTube videos that I have upcoming. But yeah, that's all I have for my June 2023 setup. I'm very happy with the way that it looks. We'll see if I stay consistent with it. I really, really love Notion because of the flexibility and the fact that I can like leave and then come back to it, or like if I get tired of it, I can make things brand new again and then I'll be excited all over again to update things in Notion. So whenever I have time, I'm probably going to make this into a template that you can use. I really, really like sharing the way that I design my Notion pages. So if you want to have a copy of this, if you want to use this for your own Notion, I'll leave a link in the description to the template, but that's whenever I have time. If I forget, please remind me because I am forgetful. So yeah, definitely remind me if I forget to put the template. And that's it for this monthly reset with me. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun remaking my monthly setup. Even though it took a little while, I'm very happy with the results and I hope that it looks aesthetically pleasing to you. I know that aesthetics aren't everything, but it really helps me to be excited to use my Notion. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more lifestyle / personal development content, and I will see you in my next video.